What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another flavor-enhancing episode of the Center Beacon. Today we have another clan battle action video for you. Had not heard of these guys, had not played them before. JAX. I apologize. I don't know what the full name of their clan is. This is honestly the first time I'd ever encountered them. We were just running some games the other night. This match was a lot of fun. I've been playing a lot of solo games lately. If anyone has listened to anything I've said over the last month or so, you know that I play a lot of solo due to the hours that I keep, and it's horrible. It's a horrible experience. Solo gold, not for the faint of heart. Actually, I think I'm suffering from some depression because I mostly lose. Probably have about a 25% win percentage when I play by myself, but we were able to get together with some guys in the Pride the other night. And I tell you what, these guys are just fantastic players. It was such a enjoyable evening. You know, I think we played, I don't know, maybe 2 hours or so was all I was able to get on for. But it was an absolute pleasure. Because you can see that, you know, when you have teammates and they are doing their job, you've got plenty of front players, they are getting beacons, they understand, like, the critical concepts of, like, you know, not only the game, but each map. Each map kind of has its own, you know, its own game plan, its own kind of, you know, you do things, you know, differently, say, on Yamantau than you would Springfield, you know, so to speak. And Canyon has its own playstyle. This is one of my very favorite maps. This is a great map. I really enjoyed this. I think this is one of the first new ones that they came out with. I love this map. And what was really cool about this game is because my team was doing such a fantastic job. You can see here we're down 3-2 on beacons. With these guys, though, not worried about it at all. These guys are absolute... just brutally effective when they get together and they run as a full squad. I don't sweat beacons at all. You know, I'm playing intermediate range support here with the Russian death button. You know, and I don't like this bot for solo play. I usually run my stalker, but when you were backed up by the kind of players that I had with me the other evening, you can run this thing all game. And, you know, and basically I held down this side of the map and, you know, no one could touch me. And it's because, you know, you can see there, like, my buddy, like, pushing forward with that Rhino. You know, he's giving him something to shoot at. He's putting it on him. I've got his back. And it was just a really, really enjoyable experience. So this is a bot that I recommend for team play. Like I said, I do not like it for solo play simply because the reload on these things is way too long. You fire your load here, so to speak, and you wait an eternity for the reload. Just takes too long for solo play because you don't have, or often don't have, the competency of like these fellas here who know where to be. You know, they're holding down that center, they're pushing forward, they're being aggressive, but they're not wasting their bots either. And what they kind of pick up on too here is they see that I've kind of got this left flank locked down. And at this part in the game, like, my job right now is to make sure that they don't see a single robot come out of that spawn that has full health. That's your job when you're running like this intermediate range. Fury Tridents, if you've got anything with Zeus's, you know, that's kind of your function here in a scenario like this. Don't let a single bot come out of that spawn that has full health. So here I'm kind of selecting targets. You know, I'm looking at, like, you know, who can I get some pretty good splash on, and I'm trying to make it so the best that I can, so that my guy's holding down the center there. Anything that walks into them is at, like, you know, 2/3 health or lower. Especially when these guys, the red team, they didn't kind of pick up on it. Like, a couple of guys start to pay attention to me here in a minute, but they fed a lot of guys down through that channel because it's the shortcut, you know, and you're behind on beacons. The beacon bar is starting to slide against you, and you see you're kind of running out of time. But honestly, if it were me, I would try to exit that spawn out of one of those flank sides. Maybe come around my left side, come around that column and pillar right there. Which one guy kind of ultimately starts to do there. You can kind of see to the side, he's probably about had enough of me. And he's like, you know what, I'm going to try to go flank that guy. But, the great thing about the Griff is that, you have mobility. You have a lot of splash damage right here. So I kind of, I pick up on this guy. All right, he's going to kind of try to flank me. You can see here I don't take the shot. I might have gotten some splash on him. I actually wasted my jump and then decided that I would have a better effect from that viewpoint. So I guess technically it wasn't a waste. But I've learned to be real cautious with this thing. Before you pull the trigger, you want to make darn sure that you're going to get some effects on the target. Otherwise, the reload's an eternity. So you can kind of see we're meching him out here. Putting some more splash damage on that guy. I owned this position, but the whole game, but it was simply because my teammates were so darn good at what they were doing. So I get out of the way of that guy's rockets. I don't know if he had like a standard death button or whatnot, which will just wreck your face if you are within range and you don't have your jump saved. But like with this guy, I don't jump unless I have to, and if I do use it to get a shot, I make sure that I am backed up by my teammates again, so that if I come down from that jump, somebody else is there to kind of like get my back, sort of thing. But this was a really fun game. These guys played hard, but we had a really good team running the other night, and I don't think we lost a single game. So this was a lot of fun. I kind of wanted to show some Griffin footage because it can be an exciting bot. So thank you for liking and subscribing, and as always, I will see you next time at the Center Beacon.